everybody, I am the Lazy Kiwi and welcome to another building video. Now I have not built anything in a little while, so I was a little bit out of practice when I was building this, but I did actually have a lot of fun. My problem recently with building was that I was feeling quite burned out with it and I just did not really know what I wanted to do, and the fact that I was building really big builds in a short amount of time was really getting to me. But I did recently feel in a building mood, so thankfully for that, because I've been missing it so much to build in The Sims. So we are now today building a bar, and I decided to call this bar Ember, or well, something in that line. I'm still working on the name, but Ember has to be in it because I did do something that I did once before, not on my channel, just when I was building for myself, where I used lights to write the name of the building on the building, if that makes any sense. So you'll see that later on, but I don't know how I feel about it. It looks quite silly to me, but I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you guys think about that, because to me it seems a little bit silly, but I kept it because it took so long to do and I was not about to take that away. But also this parking lot, if you take a look at it, very realistically, cars are not gonna get past that at all. You guys will see when I add in the actual cars. There is no way that a car is going to get to this back part of the parking lot without hitting a curb or something, or even worse, hitting another car. So this is a very unrealistic parking lot, but hey, in this case, luckily for us, cars are not functional in The Sims 4. Love that for us, of course, yeah. Anyway, so this build is kind of in like a semi-townhouse style, semi-Victorian. I think it's called Victorian, I'm not too sure about the names of architecture. I have to kind of brush up on that because I build quite often in The Sims. I mean, not recently, but usually I do build quite often in The Sims, so knowing what architecture styles are called would be quite helpful, especially when doing YouTube, so that I can put it in like the title, or when I talk about the build I can actually accurately tell you what style of build it is. But yeah, this is the cars that I was talking about. This part in particular where I'm placing the cars now is where I'm talking about. Like that little space, cars are not getting past that at all. But I think it does still look really nice, so I'm gonna keep it. And yeah, I mean, again, cars are not functional, so there's no need to worry about that. This is purely for the aesthetics of having cars, even though they do not work. But yeah, like I mentioned, this is a club, so there is going to, of course, be a bar. When I make, what is it called? Commercial builds? Not like the residential, like the buildings where your Sims can go. I cannot remember what it's called. But when I retail lots, when I make retail lots, I think it's retail. Oh my gosh, my brain is not braining today. But when I make these buildings, I would really love to make it as functional as possible. So like, instead of just making it a bar with only bar purposes, well, technically it's a nightclub, it's not a bar. I was going to make a bar, but then I decided to change it to a nightclub because I had more fun building that in this specific build, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so with this nightclub, it's not just a nightclub. We have a floor that's for karaoke, we have a dance floor area with like a DJ booth, and then we have a lounge area as well as a normal bar seating area. And I really love that because your Sims can do so much more in this lot than just going to get a drink and dancing. So they can get a drink, dance, hang out with friends, karaoke, or I don't know, use the bathroom, because there's those as well in this. But this is what I was talking about. This is the Ember sign. So this took me so long. I had to speed this up so much more than I speed up the rest of the video because it took me such a long time to do, and I think it looks mediocre. I think it's okay. I wanted to also add this flame because, you know, like Ember flames, kind of in the same vein, and I thought it would be cute, but I don't know how I feel about this. And to add the cherry on top of that, I later went in and changed the color of every individual light that I placed. Don't worry, I don't leave that in this video because I feel like you guys should just die if I kept that in because it would be so boring. But yeah, I do go and change in every single light. I will go through at the end of this video in like a walkthrough and kind of show you guys what this looks like at night as well, because I feel like that's when this place really comes to life. So at the end of this I will go through and kind of show you guys some more of what I did in a much slower pace. So yeah, I actually really love how this turned out. I have not built in a while, like I said, so I feel like doing a community lot was definitely the right move, because I've been building houses back to back for such a long time that doing a community lot now feels so good. It feels so different, and it's a nice change of pace. It's not too big, it's not too small, there's no bedrooms. I do not have to worry about that. The most tedious part about this entire build was picking out the wallpaper and doing the bathrooms. Other than that, it was all so much fun. I might get back into building because I'm really feeling like building some more things. I'm getting a lot of ideas. When I was scrolling on Twitter today, I saw somebody who made a like green market square area, like I don't know what it's called, like just a market square where you can find like vegetables and stuff, and it was so cute. And now I want to make my own market square because that seems like a lot of fun. So do let me know if you guys would like to see me do a little market square with like veggies and stuff for sale. I'm not too sure how I'm gonna do that easily, because you know it's gonna kind of be tedious if I have to place each and every veggie that I'm thinking about. Like the idea that I have in my head is a very tedious process, so I might do that soon, or it might take me a while to do that, but let me know if you guys would like to see that in general. But yeah, this place is going to be very lively at the nighttime. It is a nightclub, like I mentioned, so I wanted it to come alive at the night, like all of the lights and stuff. Most of them are colored, most of the rooms are more like dark and ambient, therefore it would look better at the nighttime. So I don't really see Sims coming here in the daytime because I didn't add much light to actually light up the space. It's mainly just ambient lighting and soothing lights and very nice and colorful lights, because you know, nightclub lights. I have not actually tested this build to see if it's functional. I might do that later because yeah, I kind of am doing all of these for a save file. I don't really want to save that because it is gonna take me such a long time to do it, because like I said, I do sometimes get into a rut when it comes to building and then I just don't want to do it anymore, and therefore it takes me a long time to do a save file, and I really do want to do it. It's just gonna take me quite some time, so I'm not putting these up for download, because when I eventually do get the save file out to you guys, I want most of the builds to be exclusive to the save file, if that makes any sense, because I want it to be maybe, I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet, but like the Kiwi Save or something. That's kind of the line of what I'm thinking. So Kiwi Save or something like that, because it's gonna be exclusive builds that I've made in the past and stuff, and I feel like that's so much fun, and it's definitely going to be much more unique that way, because then you're not gonna get the build unless you get the save, and I feel like that's so much more special. But I don't know, I might be wrong in thinking that way. But yeah, this is the bar area itself. There's gonna be seating spaces over here, just the bar area in general. Also the dance floor is right above this, so I did also use the dance floor that's kind of transparent so you can see through it, like the glass one, and I feel like that looks so cool from underneath because it's right above the bar. I did not plan that out, but it worked out so perfectly. I will show you guys that later on as well, because it definitely is so pretty to see it from the lower floor, to look up at the glass ceiling and maybe eventually see people dance there as well. This is the lighting that I was talking about. It's so cute. I changed most of the lights to have a nice color, and it's darker at some places, lighter at others. Of course, the lower area is going to be much more light because it's the bar area. It's kind of like the central hub of communications, and the bartenders would definitely have to see what they're doing in order to not get fired. So yeah, yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking. I don't know, it's kind of silly. I kind of make up these little stories when I do these builds and stuff, but I feel like that's also where a lot of the fun is in it for me, is imagining my Sims coming to these places and doing Sims things. I don't know. This area is kind of like the lounge area that I was talking about. There is a TV in here. It's that TV that looks like a not TV, that looks like a painting, because I wanted to kind of disguise it for when people are not using it. It is not an eyesore in a place like this. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking for that. I do cut out the bathrooms when I do this because they are not the best. They kind of look pretty bad. Not gonna lie, they're very plain. I did not put a lot of effort into the bathrooms. I feel like bathrooms are also a reason why I get tired out when it comes to building, because I don't really know what to do when it comes to bathrooms, and that it tires me out sometimes, you know. But here is the dance floor area. This is where I put in the glass floors. You'll see that in a second. Here they are. They are so cool. With my shaders, you can't really see through them as well, but I mean, they still look phenomenal in my opinion, and it is a pretty small space, but I did want it to feel like this place was renovated into a nightclub. It was not a nightclub from the 1600s. I don't know when this place was built. I do not ask me about any timelines because I will embarrass myself. But this is also the most upper floor. I don't know what to call it, the third floor, okay? And this is where the karaoke rooms are. Now, each of these rooms has its own separate bathrooms, which I think is also really nice because, I mean, if you are gonna be drinking and you're gonna be up here for quite some time singing your heart out, you're not gonna want to go down 2 flights of stairs to go to the bathroom. So I added in these separate bathrooms to each room. Now, when playing, that might be a little bit of a problem when random Sims come into your karaoke room, but you know, it's The Sims. It's gonna happen either way, but I feel like it's so much fun to have this area. But yeah, that is everything for the speed build, so without further ado, let us go ahead and jump into the real-time part for today. So here it is, all done. I really love the exterior of this place. It is in Newcrest along with some of my other builds. I wanted it all to kind of start fitting in together here, and I think it looks pretty nice so far. But I'm gonna show the outside first. So at the front here we do have a few nice seating areas as well as a line to get inside, because I feel like this is Newcrest's hottest nightclub. And then from this side we have a bunch of nice trees and just some cars and parking and stuff. Again, no car is fitting through here ever. But this is the back parking lot. We also have a nice looking back area as well, and this little area over here. I love making these little like dumpster spaces at the back of buildings. I feel like it adds a little bit of realism and it just looks so nice. I really love it so much. But yeah, with that, that is the entire outside. Let me show you this in the nighttime so that you guys can see all of the work that I put into this freaking sign. Look at that. It is even gradient from purpley pinky to yellow, and I love how this looks in the night. In the daytime it does look quite silly, but when you're here in the nighttime, just look at that. Imagine you're in the streets just walking past and you see that. It's so pretty. I only have 2 lots left in this general area, and I already know what I want to build here. I'm just not sure when I'm gonna build it. I am gonna do the rest of this in the nighttime as well, because I feel like it definitely looks better this way. But this is also what I was talking about with the roofing. Like, look at this. This looks so good with the see-through roof, and I can just imagine the Sims dancing there. It's gonna be incredible. But as you enter the building, you're gonna find a lot of these seating spaces, and it's just gonna be so lively and nice in here with the big bar area over here, and then the bathrooms, which, like I said, very simple. I did not put much effort into these, but you're not really gonna pay much attention to those anyways. So over here in this area we have just some seating spaces, the TV that I was talking about, and an emergency exit, of course, because I mean, if there's a fire and you're over here, you're gonna be in trouble if there was not a door there. Coming up these stairs over here, you get to this little hallway area. I want to add these lights everywhere. I think these are the ones that make patterns on the floor, and I feel like that also is gonna add a lot more. We also have some chests over here. I don't know why, but I mean, more activities for your Sims. And this is the dance floor space. I added these fish tanks and made them like this blue light so that they look even more aquatic and also give off a little bit of ambient lighting as well. I feel like this is also going to be really nice. I should probably add a stereo in here just for when there's not a DJ. But we also have this outdoor seating on the balcony. I don't really know what your Sims will use this for, but maybe just for a nice quiet time instead of dancing. However, it's right next to the dance floor, so I don't know if that's really achievable. But coming up these stairs, you're greeted with this tiny little hallway and these two doors, both of them leading into different karaoke rooms with their own separate tiny little bathrooms. And the same with this one. I do like this one a little bit more just because of the big window and the view from it, so this one is my personal favorite. But yeah, that is everything for this build. I really do love how this turned out, and it kind of made me much more excited to get back into building again. So if you're excited for more building content, do remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video as well. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will definitely see you all in another video. Goodbye everybody!